Hey guys, PMHK here obviously. So the PlayStation 5 was recently a showcase. They actually finally showed what the PlayStation would look like, which I should actually be releasing this holidays, 2020 holidays. This should be around November, December. And so I just wanted to get this conversation started in the channel about the PlayStation 5. So if you have any thoughts about it, make sure you go and you drop them down in the comments. Or if you don't have, you just go there and you comment Homekrafted. And obviously if you're first, you say first. If you're second, you say that you're second there. So in this video, I'm gonna try and give you maybe 2 reasons why you should be buying this PlayStation 5 when it releases, and also maybe some reason why you actually shouldn't buy it and you should skip it. Now, before we actually get into that, let's actually go back and look at the PlayStation history itself that I actually Googled, and I found a very detailed article from GameStop written back in 2016, which I'm gonna make available down in the description, obviously, or else that would be plagiarism. It actually reminds me of back when I used to study at UJ. We had a system called Turnitin. Let me know if that system is still used at UJ, if you're actually one of the students at UJ, where we actually had to turn in our assignments for them to see the percentage of plagiarism. Now, I digress. Let's jump and look at this article right here. So forgive me if you actually can hear my computer's fan. I don't know why they are blasting right now, but you actually should use that as a sign that you need to upgrade your computer when the fan, especially when it comes to a Mac, when the fans start just blasting for no reason, you must know there's something wrong with your computer. It's either time for you to fix it or get rid of it. In my case, I really need to get rid of this one. So, the evolution of the PlayStation console. As you guys can see, these are some of the consoles actually that PlayStation released. You can see the PlayStation 3 there in your left-hand side. You have the PlayStation 3 Slim in the middle. Then you have the PlayStation 2 and you have the PlayStation 2 Mini. So these are actually 2 of the consoles that I owned. I know I owned the PlayStation 2 for a while and also the PlayStation 2 Slim. The PlayStation 3, I did play it for a while, but it wasn't really mine. But I actually also liked it. Even the PlayStation 3 big one. Let's look at the evolution of the PlayStation console. So, the first one was obviously this guy here. This is the square one. I've never actually played on this one, but I have seen it in some places. The first one that I actually played on was the PlayStation. Okay, this is the original PlayStation. This is not the PlayStation 1. This is the PlayStation, just PlayStation, which was released back in '94. I never played on this one actually. And then you guys can actually go through this and read it carefully. I already went through it and I already have most of the things here, so we don't really have to do that. And then you have the PS1. This is the one that I actually started everything. This is the one that I played, and I remember I used to play Taken. I think that was the first Taken back when I was in Angola. Obviously, I think I was still in primary school, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was in primary school, and it was actually where everything started for me in terms of PlayStation console. So this one was released back in 2000, and then the PlayStation 2 was also released. Now I've changed this on Safari so I can put it to reading mode. So let's go back to the actual big website, because I see some PlayStation did. Okay, now it loaded. So this is the PlayStation 2. As you guys can see, I actually own this one. The console just disappeared. I don't even know where that console went. So PlayStation 2 was released back in 2000. You can actually go and also read all those other things. And then the PlayStation Slim was released sometime later. That was 4 years later, exactly in 2014, and it was really very small compared to the PlayStation 2 original, and it was still using the memory cards. It used to use memory cards for you to actually save the game, or memory cartridge. I don't know if that's what we used to call them. Let me know down in the comments actually what we used to call these things. I cannot recall. And then they released the PlayStation 3. This was actually, on my opinion, the ugliest PlayStation that was ever released so far. This guy was really chunky. It was really big. I don't know why they made it this big, but if I had to assume, it was because this was the first ever PlayStation that came with a Blu-ray player, which actually also made this PlayStation to be one of the most expensive ever released. but we're gonna have to see how much the new PlayStation, the PlayStation 5 is gonna cost, so we can see who is the king of being the most expensive. So this one was released back in 2006. You can also go through and read whatever they say there. And then you have the Slim that was released a couple of years later. Now, I hope you guys are actually seeing the trend here that Sony normally did or does. They normally release one console, they release the big one, and then after a while, they release the Slim version. So bear that in mind. We're gonna speak about that just now. Okay, so and then you have the PlayStation 3 Super Slim, and for the first time, this is when they actually released 3 consoles. They released the big one, which I really didn't like. They released the Slim one, and then they released the Super Slim, which is, I don't know. I also don't like this one. I'd rather buy the normal Slim than getting this one. Okay, so this one was released back in 2012, and then in 2013, to be specific, the PlayStation 4 came out. This was the one that was released with a glass, with a gloss top. One part was matte, the other part of the top was gloss. This is actually by far for me the best design apart from the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. This is the one that I actually really like. So this one was released 2013, and then after that they released the PlayStation 4 Slim. I take it back. This one actually was the one, or is the best, one of the best design that I actually had. And you can see this one was actually released together with the PlayStation 4 Pro, which I actually also don't like that design. As you guys can see, you have like the triple decker design there. They released back in 2016. They were actually both released around the same time. And then now we have the PlayStation 5, which you guys can see there. It looks a little bit weird in just terms of the design. I really hope the remote is really not as big as it actually kind of looks. And I feel like they also copied a little bit the Xbox remote design. Let me know what you think about that down in the comment, obviously. And yeah, so this will launch in holiday 2020. So now, reasons why you shouldn't actually buy this PlayStation. One of the reasons would be the same reason why I think I never bought the PlayStation 3, which was the first one, because it was really big and it was really clunky. And it was actually one of the first consoles to actually have Blu-ray. So you can say that that's first generation product. And normally the first generation products come with a little bit of problems. So because it's a first generation console, that's one of the reasons I think you should skip this one. Second reason you should skip this one, I really think that this console is going to be a little bit expensive to buy here in South Africa. I'm actually predicting it to be anything around 8,000 Rand, and I think that's actually around the same price that the PlayStation 3 was when it was originally released here in the country. Let me know actually how much you think this PlayStation is going to be selling for when it releases in South Africa, and whoever gets the price correct to the dot, I'm gonna give them a take a lot voucher, one of those famous vouchers that I actually haven't given in a long time. So 2 reasons you should buy this console. One of them would be because you never got the PlayStation 4 like me. As I mentioned, I actually played the PlayStation 4 a little bit, but I never ended up getting one for myself. So if you are still stuck in a PlayStation 3 or anything below that, I think this is the console you should actually be getting. So as you guys can see, this console will come in 2 models. You'll have the one with a CD drive, and you'll have the other one that doesn't take a disc drive. It's also going to come with a couple of accessories. If I scroll down, there are the accessories. You're going to have the media control, you're going to have the headphones as well. You will have the stand for you to charge your remotes, which I actually have an off-brand stand or a third-party stand for the Xbox that I use where I charge my controllers. And you also come with a camera over there for you to use. So yeah, I really don't care about that much about specs. What I actually like is how the machine runs with the specs that I have. Hence, I really love iPhones or Apple iPhones, because if you had just to compare specs with Android, you would actually buy an Android. But when it comes to performance actually of the device, I really think iPhone is in a better position. So similar with these guys here, I really don't really care much about the specs, because I know the specs are gonna be high end, and I really care more about how it looks like. And I actually still have mixed feelings about how this guy looks like. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this video. As I mentioned, I just wanted to get the conversation started on the channel. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on the PlayStation 5 and answer the questions that I actually asked throughout the video, which some I've already actually forgotten. And also let me know actually what you were willing to do to get a PlayStation, because I was going through Instagram and I saw that people are doing all these amazing things for them to actually try and win a PlayStation 5 that is actually not even released yet. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, what are you guys willing to do to win a PlayStation 5 for free. Make sure also you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click that notification bells button so you can get notified whenever I upload a video. Give this video a like, obviously, and I'm gonna catch you guys on my next video. Peace.